A home equity reverse mortgage, or HECM, is a Federal Housing Authority insured reverse mortgage issued by the Department of Housing and Urban Development through approved lenders nationwide. It is intended for borrowers who are aged 62 years or older, and it does have some unique features that make the HECM a valuable tool in retirement planning and aging in place. Regretfully, there's been a lot of misunderstandings about the HECM. Some of these are deserved, and some are not. We'll look at the major issues impacting the reputation of the HECM over time, and the more recent changes to the program that eliminates virtually all of the past bad practices. The two major areas of overall concern is why did reverse mortgages get a bad reputation initially, and why do they seem to suffer a higher rate of foreclosure than forward mortgages? There were specific issues in the past. Spouses were taken off title to increase the proceeds by leaving older borrowers on title for the purposes of getting the HECM. Older borrowers have shorter remaining life and therefore get more proceeds from the HECM. Unfortunately, in those instances, the non-borrowing spouses found themselves dispossessed of their home. This was both a design flaw in the product and also some poor sales practices. However, now, non-borrowing spouses have protection and can continue to live in the home even if the borrower on title has passed away or left the home. HUD did not have an income requirement for borrowers, and so borrowers could not afford the property charges and were being forced into foreclosure. There is now the minimum required residual income and a limitation on disbursements for the first 12 months that has greatly reduced this risk. And finally, there were unprofessional sales practices due to strange methods of sales compensation and poor disclosure. Changes to the law address many of these, but nonetheless, the best protection is to deal with a professional who will take the time to educate you and make you comfortable on your obligations and the features of the mortgage. We just discussed some specifics about how come reverse mortgages get a bad reputation. To sum it up, there were many specific things that were wrong and they needed to be fixed. But in general, it isn't actually the product. It's the way the product is used. And also, it was how the product was sold. Reverse mortgages have an enormous amount of features. These features are intended to benefit the borrowers. They're really like fast cars. If you drive them too fast or were told you never needed to put gas into them, you will likely end up with a problem. I don't want to oversimplify it, but that's pretty close to the truth. If you use them appropriately and thoughtfully, and you use their features responsibly, reverse mortgages, HECMs in particular, can be an enormous help to you in retirement. The other issue discussed is why HECMs have high foreclosure rates. Well, it's actually a technical reason. The primary reason that foreclosure rates are higher with reverse mortgages than with forward mortgages is that many times when the borrower left the home was worth less than the balance owed by the consumer on the mortgage. Basically, the consumer got a larger benefit from the reverse mortgage than they would have got from a regular mortgage. They got more money, and the interest on that money paid for them than the home was worth. Consequently, they gave the home back to the lender. For the lender to process the insurance claim with FHA, they must go through a legal foreclosure process. While this may seem perverse, in many, many instances, this higher rate of foreclosure means that the customer benefited rather than was actually hurt by foreclosure. They did not lose any of their equity. In fact, their equity was negative, and because they had a non-recourse loan and they paid mortgage insurance, they did not owe the deficit. But there had to be a foreclosure that went through the process. And these foreclosures are reported by counties and states with no distinguishment for the purpose of the foreclosure. If you want to learn more about reverse mortgages, go to Amazon.com and find the ebook Reverse Mortgages for Retirement. It's got about 130 questions and answers on the most important aspects of reverse mortgages. Or if you like, reach out to me and I'll send you a copy. I also recommend you go to our website, jmcapitalreverse.com. It's loaded with information for both professionals and for consumers. Finally, if you think I can help you, reach out to me at my email or call me on my cell phone. I'd be delighted to answer any questions you have. I hope you have found this video helpful.